Oh, welcome back to Tanhony's channel.
Yeah.
A very sad opening.
It really do be that way, huh? Today we are playing the single-player version of AI Dungeon because we tried to do the multiplayer and it was really sloppy, so we figured it'd just be easier. Tan's behind the wheel this time, and I'm just gonna help him read and give suggestions to what he should put in.
Okay. So
And
yeah, set the scene for us, Darnell.
You are Dr. Tanhony.
By the
That's
way,
right,
if you don't know what AI Dungeon is, maybe we should say that.
Oh yeah, AI Dungeon. We should have looked up who made it. It's a program made by a really smart guy, and it's basically you can put in a prompt or choose a pre-selected prompt. In this case, Tanhony put in a prompt, and it like generates a thing for you, a text adventure for you, and you answer, and it like generates responses as a result. I actually supported the guy on Patreon for a little bit, but you know, money got tighter, so I unfortunately stopped that. But we are playing the free version right now.
No, we're not.
You're on the what?
I'm on the. I pay for my shit, mate. Premium.
Sorry, Tanhony is still paying for his. We are on the paid version then. You can find it at play.aidungeon.io, and you can check out their Patreon. It's worth your time. But as of this
recommendation code Tanhony1. I'm joking.
That will not give you anything.
That will actually make it cost more money.
You are Dr. Tanhony. Yes, you, viewer. A researcher for the SCP Foundation, an organization dedicated to the containment of anomalous creatures and phenomena. You are in Site-22, an installation belonging to the SCP Foundation. You have been assigned to SCP-6100, a new anomaly of unknown nature. You are stood just outside its containment chamber, along with your assistant, Darnell. This is it, you say. We've got this. The door opens, revealing a large room filled with machinery and equipment. So as you can see Tanhony clicking around, when you have it on do, you're typing an action. When you have it on say, your character says it. And if you put it to story, you can like if the AI dungeon glitches out, you can set it to story and type in a prompt for the story.
Okay, well let's, what do we do? Look around or?
Yeah, I suppose we should study the SCP, yeah, look around.
Look at SCP-6100.
So this guy doesn't even exist yet, so whoever's going to write 6100 better be taking notes.
The fucking AI dungeon is about to create it. Look.
Darnell looks up from his workstation as he notices you standing there. He smiles and nods to you before turning back to his computer screen to record a video.
Try that again. Look away from Darnell and towards SCP-6100. And use your eyes.
Maybe Darnell is SCP-6100. All right, let's see how this goes for him. So sometimes it takes a little bit to load. As you peer through the window of the chamber that houses it, you see a large mass of machinery and equipment. Monitors blink and beep with strange hieroglyphs and symbols flashing across them. You can't make heads or tails of what they mean.
So it's like a computer entity.
Seems dangerous. Maybe you should send some D-class in.
Hold on, let's read its file first.
Alright, I'm sure this will go excellently.
Please write an SCP for the AI dungeon.
I can't believe this is a Dr. Gears SCP because it's a bunch of machines. So this is AI Dungeon. It's a highly intelligent
Try that again.
AI that never makes mistakes. So if you hit that little replay button, it'll try and come up with a new solution for the last input you put in.
Oh, it's Safai.
It's a safe class.
Safai.
All right, new drinking game. Every time Tan says Safai, you drink yourself.
You drink yourself?
To sleep. Yeah, you take a slurp.
Send in a frightened D class.
Can't believe you would send in a Darnell class. Please. Well, safe means that it doesn't do any damage, right? Cocky D-class. You give the chamber door a push, and it swings open with a loud creak. A D-class stands there, awaiting your orders. You say, pointing at him. Get in there.
So
the D-class nods and steps into the chamber. So this might be a good time to show off another feature. If you just hit enter, it'll keep going.
I was going to say I was going to watch him, but okay.
Oh, go for it. No, go for it.
It's the same result, I imagine.
He walks up to the large machine in the center, looking up at it in awe. You watch the camera footage intently, waiting for something to happen. Sir, Darnell asks, do you want me to send in the fear agent?
So I'm going to show off the edit function now.
Do you want me to send in the... Yeah, so as Tanhony showed, you can click the pen and you can like edit the last prompt and change it a little bit to make it easier to reply to. Absolutely. Do it, you say. Darnell nods and you hear a hissing noise. The D-Class seems to notice it and he looks around as the hissing noise gets louder and louder. Not the fear agent, please. Uh-oh, stinky! Smelly poo-poo, haha, funny smell. Uh-oh, stinky, you say, pointing at the machine. The T-Class looks at the machine, but his gaze soon moves past it as he notices something behind the camera.
Follow his gaze. What has he seen? I don't see how this relates to the SCP.
It's just like the fucking camera pan where the camera pans to your eyes and you're like looking away and it slowly like rises up from the floor. You look at the monitor and see what the D-Class sees. Something is coming towards him. As it gets closer and closer on the screen, your breath catches in your throat. It's a snake! A giant green monster snake! Would you like to read some of these?
Yeah, sure. So I'm confused what adds SCP-6100 because I don't know if the snake is in... Darnell!
Maybe the machine was just...
Egg. Darnell,
yes!
Are you recording these readings, you yell?
Yes!
He responds, not taking his eyes off the screen.
I've never seen anything like this.
The snake on the screen seems moving at impossible speeds.
Maybe the machine was its containment procedures, like it was keeping the snake body from escaping.
D191, get out of there!
Wow, the first time a doctor has shown concern for a D-Class's life. That's not the Dr. Tanhony I know.
Oh, he got out.
Hey, nice. Activate the snake killing gun. Aww. What is this lore? A doctor who fell in love with a death row inmate?
I want to see how much it can expand on what right here. If I'd lost you,
Jeremiah.
D191.
D191. I can't believe this. He smiles. I escaped death again.
Yeah, you sure did. I'm gonna have to report this to the boss. He walked down the hallway to the director's office. What about the snake?
I love that D191's a fucking anime protagonist. He's like, looks like I got out again.
Darnell, take care of the snake while I'm gone.
That's when I give you my anime character thumbs up and say, no problem, Doc.
Imagine you're like desperately trying to hold the door shut as the snake's like breaking out.
You come back to the room after visiting director and it's just my corpse on the floor and the pile of blood. You get the fucking eyes. No.
Knock on the door of the director's office. Who is the director?
So, the director exists.
That man.
It's just the fucking wheelie chair swivels around. It's Cassie.
You knock on the door of the director's office. Come in, says a voice from inside. You open the door and find yourself face to face with the director. 051.
Oh, hey, they seem to know what SCP is.
Dr. Tanhony, he says to you. Did I ever say I was a doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You said Dr. Tanhony.
Sir. What an honor.
Subarashi. I can't believe you spell honor with a U.
It's because I salute him. He smiles and salutes you back. At ease, soldier. He looks at you for a moment.
What is this complex lore where you're a doctor and a soldier?
So the device is working? Yes, sir. You respond.
Also, is the D-Class still with you in the 05's office?
Our snake creature is coming along nicely. We can destroy the GOC with it with ease.
You fool. You know that war will only breed more war. You know deep in your heart that's not what SCPs were made for.
051 looks at you for a moment before responding. No, he says simply, shaking his head slowly.
See, he gets it.
No. After all our work.
My research! You fucking sweep all the papers off your desk.
They called me mad.
It reminds me, what was that one we read of, like, the guy who thought he had an SCP, but it was just a fish with a mutation?
Oh, yeah.
No, the furred trout is real!
After all our work, you say in disbelief, the GOC isn't a threat. 051 responds. I've received word that they've been suffering severe budget cuts. They're not a concern. Yes, sir, you respond.
All their money went to fucking containing the world from being flat again.
But what will we do with the big snake we made? It's eating Darnell as we speak.
What the hell? You knew I would get eaten? You bastard!
It was for science.
I can't believe this. My Nakama.
051 smiles and takes a deep breath. Well, I suppose you'll have to kill it. Very well.
Is he referring to the snake or me?
If that's the case, then may I use that weapon? I want to know if the AI will give me a special weapon.
So, that weapon.
A heavily locked. You want to use AK-23? 051 asks in surprise. As you whisk, he nods. What is AK-23?
The K is capitalized. Automatic killing machine 23.
Where's the M? I want. What does AK-23 do?
So powerful.
You retrieve AK-23 from the gun case. It's significantly larger than any rifle you've ever
What a
seen.
weird way to respond to that question.
That must be huge. Sir, do you mind if I ask what it does? You ask? You may ask. 051 response. Alert.
Arigato, 051.
What does it do?
It allows you to kill anyone in one hit. But every time you shoot it, a monkey paw effect happens.
What does it do, you ask? You sure you want to know? 051 asks in return. I'm sure, you say. 051 nods.
This is the real SCP.
This awkward conversation. Seems the best way to kill a guard is to aim for the head. Or you can let it live and use the assets granted you back under your new command to build a wall. This is where the story ends. No, it doesn't.
Maybe you shouldn't have responded like fucking Red from Pokemon.
I'm waiting for him. You say, waiting for a response. 051 stares at you in silence for a while. 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Tanhony, I'm getting eaten by a snake. There's no time.
Alright, out of curiosity, how long can you stay quiet?
Tan, please.
I'll just test it on the snake. I guess. Sorry, Darnell, you're fucking dead.
I can't believe you let me get eaten by the snake. It's gonna be like when SpongeBob went to find Squidward against the rock.
I'll just do a test on the snake, I guess, you say. 051 stares at you in silence for a while. 3, 4, 5 minutes. Begin to fidget in your seat. Return to the snake chamber with AK-23.
Hey, the K's capitalized, kid. Maybe you should say SCP-6100.
The snake is the more important matter now.
The snake is 6100.
Well, I'll see you later.
Well,
I feel like I want to refresh that. It's got confused. It got a bit mixed up in the conversation.
The 05 is so powerful. He's warping reality. That's the cool thing about SCP is given the universe, anytime the AI dungeon fucks up, you can just take it as a reality warping effect.
You enter the chamber with AK-23.
Hey, I'm still alive!
Hey, Darnell, I'm going to test this on the snake. Darnell nods.
Okay, but be careful.
He takes a few steps back. Fire the AK-23.
That would actually be a cool gun weapon, like an instant kill weapon, but the trigger is a monkey paw finger, and when you press it, it activates an effect you didn't intend.
If necessary.
I'm kind of stuck on that idea now.
What do you think of this?
Yes. Wait, what? No!
Oh, he said
Don't
yes.
sacrifice me!
If necessary. It's for the good of humanity.
Why would you even specify
Just
that?
like...
I'll rescue you, Tan!
You point AK-23 at the snake and pull the trigger. The gun shoots with a loud bang and a burst of lightning is unleashed, hitting the snake and electrocuting it instantly. No, it doesn't say it's dead, it just says it was electrocuted. Electricity begins to surge through the water, and you feel yourself being shocked as well. No! Darnell!
I thought electrocuting implied death.
You spilled your bottled water everywhere!
I'll save you.
Let's see if you save me.
I'll simply intervene.
I've made this
Can't
canonically
believe
your
this.
fault, by the way. The room begins to flood with water. The pipe leading to the tank is broken, and water floods the room. We gotta get out of here. Swim through the air vents, leaving Darnell to drown.
Why the hell do you keep trying to specify that I die?
I want to see.
Why
If you're a...
I love to kill. I can't believe this is who you were all along.
You swim for the air vent to escape the rising water. However, you find yourself stuck. Darnell, I'm stuck in the vent. Help!
I'll tell you what to type.
No answer.
Say
comes.
get rescued by Darnell. That's the only way out of this.
Get rescued by T191.
You bastard!
You are left to drown in the flooding room. Not if I have anything to say about it. I created my game piece D191 for this purpose. What?
Oh my god, Karth, what are you doing? Why are you Karth?
Karth Tanhony? A door opens in the previously... A female android? D191 steps through and looks at you.
Oh my god, Karth, what are
Darnell.
you doing in there? She
Want me to
asked,
drown?
seeming genuinely concerned. What
Get me out of here.
You left me to drown! You're a horrible doctor. I hope you go to SCP jail.
Without hesitation. She grabs my hand and pulls me up. Come on, we need to get you out of here. You follow her obediently as you exit the room. I can't
You
believe
get fucking bored by the snake.
that junior researcher did this.
You caused every problem that's
So I
happened
got
thus
him
far.
his job here and let him.
What am I,
feed
your
my snake.
nephew? You're just your fucking, like, nephew. Oh boy, uncle, I sure am glad to get some
Say,
scientists.
D191 nods. That was a generous thing to do.
Fuck you.
I know.
I hate you and it's not even real. I hope D191 malfunctions and kills you. Alright. A glimpse of Tanhony's reality.
Back. I know, you say. D191 nods slowly. And for that, I will grant you a favour. A favour? Anything you want, within my abilities.
Oh great, she can go get me next.
Can she? Can
she could.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, she could do a lot of things, I imagine, but will she?
It's up to you, Tan.
My friend,
051.
my assistant, Darnell,
You're gonna save me.
want him dead or alive.
Wow.
Bring him to me.
Why would you do
The
this?
face.
Do you see what happens when he has control of the single player game?
This is like if I've become God temporarily.
That's what happens to every other AI attention game. You give anyone a sliver of power, and this is what they do.
They
This is
slowly
humanity.
become Sauron, inevitably.
These are Ningen. These are humans. This is how they react.
My assistant Darnell, I want him dead or alive. Bring him to me to face SCP justice.
So is that like a special type of justice, or is there a justice named SCP?
It's like a court. D191 frowns and sighs. I'll do my best, but I can't promise anything.
Why can no one promise to rescue
In
me?
the SCP courtroom,
You bastard.
and speak
You're...
with the attorneys.
To be fair, it is in universe for a doctor to blame his problems on an assistant. Didn't that happen with one you wrote?
Yeah.
With like the spider thing?
I think so, yeah. You wait in the courtroom for several hours. The agents storm in and drag you to the elevator. You're quickly taken to the basement where you're thrown into a holding cell. The holding
That's right.
Across
This is what you get for betraying me, Doc.
windowless and hellishly hot.
Hellishly hot.
Oof. It's hellishly hot in here. Why am
How
I
long is this going to
being
go, by the way?
detained?
Because this game doesn't have a definitive end, Tan.
My neck, when I die, it ends.
And that might not
You
happen.
shouted the elderly man. Huh?
Oh. Ugh.
You shout at the elderly man sitting on the other side of the cell. He shrugs and returns to his newspaper with an unknown language. Several hours later, D2187, a burly man who doesn't seem bothered by the heat, enters your cell
I don't know if you should try to crawl down his throat.
and possess his body.
Why?
Let's see if it'll let me.
I don't like this.
It's because you're scared of progress. Oh, I did it!
Chapter 3, the serpent's tongue! Wait, it fits because it was a snake SCP. Have you ever seen a man burned alive?
This feels like
Who said that?
like a new setting.
Well, yeah, that happened when you possessed someone.
The serpent.
This is
Well, we'll have to find out what happens in the serpent's tongue next time.
Is that
To
the end
be
of the
continued.
episode?
Yeah, we'll do part 2, I guess, next Wednesday.
Can you fucking save this?
I hope so. Or we can just start with this. This is the prompt, chapter 3, the serpent's tongue. Have you ever seen a man burned alive?
Are we really gonna do the same game again next time?
Hell yeah, I love A Dungeon.
But you're the one who gets to type. I'm just watching.
Well, we'll do something else, I guess, as well. Well,
Alright.
well, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you
Yeah, I
enjoyed this journey into hell.
I hope that was everything you hoped it would be.
Oh, they love it. That's the fans. They love it.
The fans are a dog?
Yeah, they're all dogs.
One collective dog.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they loved it. That's the consensus.
What's your dog's name?
That's private information. I won't give it out on video. The fans don't want me to listen. And with that, that is the end of the video. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Good night.
Wow, 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 wow.